part. Welcome, my dear students. This is chapter 4, the math part, the mathematical part here for chapter 4. Please, I want you to pay attention to what I will say here about the examples which I showed just now. So it won't be difficult. However, the chapter 4 is not that so long. It's more theoretical than it's practicum or math. Only one example we'll give here is about the productivity. Like you see here, the productivity. So how can we measure the productivity, and what's the meaning of the productivity? Productivity is a measure of performance. It's one of the indicators which tell any management that they are on the right path or on the wrong path. It is an indicator for the performance, like what we said, and it can compare two companies together based on the productivity of A and B. The more the number is, the higher the productivity. As example, if a productivity of a company A, let's say company Alpha, the productivity is 5, and the productivity of company B is 3, 5 and 3, 5 and 3. So that means the performance of company Alpha is better than the performance of company Beta, because company Alpha productivity is 5 while company Beta is 3. So the greater the output of the performance measure, the productivity, the higher the measure, the better the performance. The better the performance. So here we go. I give an example, very small, few example here, very small example. And like this, you will get in your quizzes or your assignments. And assume that the total outputs being $100,000. Total outputs means it might be the sales revenues, number of units multiplied by the number of units sold multiplied by the sale of each unit. As example, maybe 10,000 units sold, each unit is $10. So this would be $100,000, while total input cost of production being 50,000. The cost of production are all the costs involved in producing this item. As example, if I'm producing pens like this pen, what are the costs of this pen? The total cost of this pen are the inputs. So the total cost of this pen is the plastic and the ink and the cover and this lighting part. So all those are costing, as example, $2 or $3, the whole cost plus the labor costs, labor, how much it costs labor, and the raw materials. So we say direct cost and indirect cost. All the costs together came as example to 50,000. Then calculate the productivity and explain your results as here. So to calculate the productivity means 100,000, the total outputs, we will collect if the total outputs is coming as two parts, we gather them together. But here I give it to you very explicit. So I give it to you 100,000 are the total outputs or the total revenues or the sales volume in dollars. Okay, divided by the total inputs, which is the total costs. So the outputs are revenues and the inputs are expenses. Okay, so 100,000 divided by 50,000 means 2. What this does mean 2 mean? 2 means this is in dollars, of course. As example, if this 100,000, so this means the productivity is $2 or whatever, or 2 is absolute measure, which tell me when I compare it with another productivity in other company, that means the higher, the better the performance of this company. So if I'm comparing two companies, one of them their productivity is 2, and another company the productivity is 5 or 10, then the second company performance is better than the first. So productivity is an indicator for the performance. So this is what I want you to know here. There is also some like single factor productivity ratio, number of customers called handled divided by support staff hours. Multi-factors productivity ratio, sales dollar generated divided by the cost. Like I told you, the cost may be the labor, the materials, and the machine costs. So both of the direct and indirect costs together will give me, and the sales dollars is the outputs, like we said before. So I might give you the sales, and I might give you the labor cost, the materials, the machines, then I will tell you, give me the productivity. Or I might give you two companies, product, you will get the productivity of company A, then you will get back the productivity of company B, then you will compare them together and see the best, the higher the productivity, the better the performance. Again, the higher the productivity, the higher the number which you will get, the higher or the better the performance of this company. Yes. So efficiency is 100% multiplied by actual outputs divided by standard outputs. What are the actual outputs? What we get already, what we sold, or we sold for $100,000, but we put a plan for 200,000 sales. So this will make it 50%, like 100% divided by 100,000 divided by 200,000, it will give me. So as example, if, let me say it here as a slide, I think we have also here. Uh, Let me give an example here for this one. Yeah, let me give an example here. So like you see here, we said the efficiency equals 100% multiplied by actual outputs divided by standard outputs. Take care that those is a sum. This is a sum inside two brackets. Okay. We will say the efficiency ratio here. So we said assume that the actual outputs being 100,000 while the planned ones has been 200,000. Calculate the efficiency ratio. Calculate the efficiency ratio. That's fine. And explain the meaning. Okay. Efficiency ratio will equals 100% multiplied by actual. This is the law here, the same rule. Then we will substitute the actual outputs. One is $100,000 divided by the standard, or the plan is $200,000. Then this is 100,000 by 200,000, and we multiply in 100%. It will give me 50%. The meaning of this, that I did only half of my dreams. I did only, actually, like if you have a shop and you said how much we sold today, 8 units, but we plan to sell 16. That means we only have sold 50% of what we dream about or what we planned to sell. So this means it's give you like a kind of indicator also, whether the market is good or bad, whether you are on the right path or not on the right path. Okay. So